right into this. Make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you would, please. It'd be greatly appreciated. All right, so you know this is crazy that this is like kind of crazy that I'm doing this, but then again, it's not because I always knew from some strange reason or another that this probably was going to happen one day. That this is probably going to like happen one day, or I was going to run into this situation, or not even like a. I'm not going to say it's a situation, but let me make sure everything okay. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay. All right, so again, make sure you like, share, subscribe to my channel. I never thought that I was gonna. Well, I did, but I didn't think I was gonna have like to be in this type of situation. I'm not gonna say situation, but just some kind of thing that was gonna happen. So if you see the title, you already know like what it is. Kijaniamariak, aka like I did a video before, but recently he has released another video, and the things that he's saying they need to be addressed because I see a lot. I see exactly where this is going with him with this whole thing, uh, and it's sad because you have people that are supposed to be in the conscious community, and they're supposed to be the ones to, give you some type of information to get you, closer to, you know, closer to our creator, our savior, and what and who are we, and us understanding who we are, in the world around us and how we should and can make it better. So, you know, Kajani Amari, AK, if you're not familiar with his channel, he does a lot of breakdown the symbolism and numerology and things of that nature, and he connects these things together. Also, putting interpretations with the Bible and um other resources or things that may be around or connected. So I'm going to do a breakdown of this last video that he did. Now, people have been talking about like when he first started, he was doing videos sometimes 20 minutes long, 30 minutes long, and I mean he's good. I mean his information really good, and all of a sudden things started changing. You know, the videos are like a minute long, if that. Sometimes, um, 1 minute, 2 minute, and then it kind of like the video kind of like fades out and leaves, and then I don't know, man. It fades out and leaves, and then you got to subscribe to this. You got to subscribe to this other website or wherever to get the rest of the video. So when you go to this other video, when you go to this other website, you got to pay a fee. You got to pay like $20 or something like that. You got to pay like $10 a month. That's like the basic, and then you got to pay that every month. And then if you want I guess if you want like exclusive stuff or whatever, then you pay a little bit more here, a little bit more there, and then you get different tiers, and it's crazy. All right, so I'm like, you've never done this before, so why is this man all of a sudden you just charging people? He's supposed to be giving you what he says is knowledge that Yahweh and what want us to know, and we should have in order for us to get ourselves in order and get ready and to be aware of what's going on around us in the world. But it seems like now it's starting to become a situation where I'm not going to get the information. I'll give it to you, but you got to pay this and pay that, and then you try to justify this, try to justify it by like loyal followers and people being loyal to him. I mean, your own loyalty is supposed to be with Yahweh. It's only supposed to be with your Creator. The main loyalty of it all, what you're doing, of what you say you're doing. If you say that you're supposed to deliver a message or this is what you've been called to do, that don't have no price tag on it. It don't. No matter how you try to justify it, it don't have no price tag on it. There's nothing you can show me in the Bible. There's nothing you can show me. There's nothing you could show me that Yeshua, Yahweh, God, Jesus, nothing that says this. That says that they, provided, a way out of away from Pharaoh, but then they had to give God sheep or give Moses this or you never heard of none of those things. You know, Yeshua didn't give sight to the blind and then charge that blind man for giving him his sight back. You did it never happened. So there's no way you're gonna I mean, there's no way you can try to word it any way you want to, sir. Any type of way you want to. You can try to word what you're doing to make it feel like to you like you're doing something that's cool and that is comfortable for you so you don't feel guilty at night. But many are called and few are chosen. You like to, go by scripture and things of that nature, and that's cool, but understand like nobody's dumb. Nobody's stupid. This reminds me of like the subconscious community when they were, oh, we're about knowledge and information. Then started turning into WWE, and then real people, and then people start really getting hurt and stuff. Like I'm like, okay, now they lost the whole concept to talk about what religions were taught to us. Like, supposed to be doing, they're not doing it. And now it's just like the same thing with you. So it's like. And I'm being respectful. I mean, there's no need to call names and stuff like that. Whoever's calling you like real names, like out of your name crazy, that's uncalled for. But someone's calling you like, someone says, it got to be a demon or something or whatever. You can't take that like, they're calling you out your name in another type of sense. No, they feel something spiritual in themselves about you that don't sit right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna break down this video. We're gonna break this down. And it's sad I gotta do this. It's sad because I really thought he was like one of those ones, but now I see like everything's about money. We're gonna get into this here. And I got points and everything, so we're gonna go through this. It's called pest control. It's also so you can't copyright trade.
Every time a message is left by a troll on my YouTube videos, it makes me laugh. And, in fact, it brings me joy because it reminds me of just how blessed I am and makes me thankful for the fact that Yah has blessed me with loyal followers who show their love and support.
Right there. We're gonna stop right there. Right there already. He said that, it lets him know that being that people leave comments that he say are nasty or whatever, that that's proof that people see what he doing as well and that, Yahweh is blessing with loyal followers. You don't have any followers. You don't have no followers. You're not Yeshua. You the last person living that had followers was that man. Anyone who hears what you saying and understands, the gospel that you are, called to preach or called to I don't even like saying preaching. You're called to give to other people, that don't have no price tag on it. That don't come with you with no followers, you don't tell no one to follow you. And people start praising you for what you do and everything. You that don't praise me. You praise Yahweh. You praise that one there, because if it wasn't for Yahweh, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. I wouldn't be here. You don't ever say you got followers and stuff like that. No, I mean, even Yeshua then, say, don't I don't want you to, I just want you to, just have faith in the word. Don't follow me, don't follow me. Don't follow me like I'm your God. No, 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 no. My Father's the one. I'm just the way through. You can't sit up here. Like I said, I mean, I don't know this man personally. I don't know him. I watched him for years. I'm telling you enough. Like, man, like he gives good information. I'm like, and a lot of things that he was putting together. And I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a lot of things that he would was put together. Like, I've already, like as a kid, I've already thought about it. Just that's what drew me to his videos and what he was doing, because I was like, I thought about that when I was a kid, and whoa, that's crazy. You connect those dots together, or wow, I seen that in the music video, and I remember this being said and that being said, and looking out for this and watch out for that. It was just crazy to see someone who thought that way. But come on now. Now it's just, I gotta feed this person, I gotta feed that person, I gotta do that. You don't need all the theatrics. You add the theatrics to your videos. That's what you do. Your main objective is to get the message out. You're the one who added music and then started putting who the producer of the music was. You started doing that. You were never doing none of that stuff before. You started that. So then now you added a bill. That's your personal responsibility then. If you're gonna do that, if you have a job, a regular job that you work, you need to take your regular pay and pay that person. You don't start, I gotta start charging people this because I gotta feed the person. No, that ain't how that works. That's not how that works. Yeshua didn't come down on the, come through on a donkey, and he had like an intro playing. That never happened. That never happened. It never happened. Yeshua never had a marching band, never had, flute blowers or, violin stringers and none of that stuff, to give him a grand entrance or finale, when he was leaving or going. Like, that never happened. So, those extra things that you put in these videos, I mean, you do that because you want to do that. You're adding those bills on yourself. And it's just nuts. It's just crazy. Now, you talk about you have followers. Nobody's supposed to be following you. Even people say, I got this many followers. Me, I say I got this many subscribers, or I got these many friends on Facebook. I don't call them followers because you're fans. I don't like a fan is something you use when you hot. No, these are people. And what it is when it comes to the, excuse me, what it is when it comes to this internet thing, all it is about is numbers. Numbers. People don't even become human beings no more. They become freaking just numbers. And now, like I said, he's tight about people saying something. You're gonna listen to this.
This is body of work by becoming members, subscribing to the website apocalypsis321.com, which, by the way, is free from trolls. Here, let me show you.
Now let me play this
Show
again.
their love and support.
I want y'all to. I want you guys to hear this.
Every time a message is left by a troll on my YouTube videos, it makes me laugh. And, in fact, it brings me joy because it reminds me of just how blessed I am and makes me thankful for the fact that Yah has blessed me with loyal followers who show their love becoming members and subscribing to the website Apocalypsis 321.
So you telling me that now this is what you're telling me, Kajani. You're telling me that it makes you laugh, also brings you joy when people you say are quote unquote trolling and leaving comments, right? So Yahweh blesses you with followers, right? That are very loyal to you, loyal enough to join a website, loyal enough to join a website that you got to pay $10 for. That's what I'm getting. Am I correct? I mean, because 10, 20, 50, 30, 40. I mean, pay money, period. That's crazy. There's no way Yahweh didn't do that. Stop that. Stop it, man. Just stop it. There's no Yahweh don't have no it's no w.yeshua.com. Like stop it. Like you did the like you did what you was supposed to be doing. I'm gonna say allegedly, and then you turned it into something else. You're taking it down another road. You can't get mad at people because they're expressing how they feel about what you're doing and how you're changing things, and then call them trolls and like basically act like how you don't need them and you got followers and stuff like that. That make everything you do null and void. Anything you ever said, preached, talked about, or whatever, make it null and void. And then what you also doing is you're setting Yahweh and other things back even more, far as people getting the information and getting what they need to get, to make their lives better and to be aware of what's going on around them and what to look for in the future. And you're sitting here playing games. You want to charge people for that? Like you wrong. You're dead wrong. You're wrong. Whether you see this video, this live, you ever do or not, you're wrong. I'm telling you right now, you are wrong. There's no way you can justify that. There's not a scripture in the Bible that says what you're doing is cool and is right. The way that you're talking to people, the way that you're approaching them, you sound like the things that you talked about. You sound like the rappers and the influence that you talked about. It sounds like it's starting to seep into you a little bit, maybe. Let's get into this.
Which, by the
He
way,
advertised
is free from trolls.
he advertised his own damn website in the middle
Let me
of
show you some of the disparaging things they say about this work. Notice one person even called me
about this work. This is yeah. That's your work. That's not the work of who. So he went to another screen where he showed comments that some of the people have posted, and he picked out just one comment, and I'm gonna read it. It says, "I know Kijani in a way is a demon by getting rich off our misery." So one person said, "I know he's a demon by getting rich off our misery." Now, he took that and then he's going to go run with his second or his next narrative, all right? Because she called him a demon. Now, let me read to you guys the rest of the stuff that the rest of these comments that he didn't read or he just looked over. Okay? All right, I'm going to go all the way from the top all the way down. One person says, "So bad we can no longer watch the full videos on here. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Life goes on." That was one person. Another comment. "So many people making money with the pain of people at these times. This is one is using wisdom that God give him to make a few dollars. He don't work for y'all. He doesn't work for y'all. He works for Bow Money the system. He doesn't want a mana. He want a crypto mana. He. May God have mercy on his soul." So that's another person saying the same thing. All right. People using, again, like I said, you taking what you said, Yahweh bless you with, and see, this is how you weed out. Now let me tell you something. Let me tell you something else that he don't say. And you're not going to hear me say it. Okay? When Yeshua, when Yahweh calls upon you, when God calls upon you to do something, you don't even have to say what you are, who you are. You don't. You don't have to say it to everyone. They're gonna know who you are by how you carry yourself, the way you talk, the way you act, the way you respond. You know, they're gonna know. Nobody's gonna have to. You're not gonna have to tell everyone. You gotta tell everyone what you are all the time, 24/7. You know, and say and keep saying, "Well, God gave me this and God gave me that to give this to you and tell you that, and I'm this and I'm that." Then you no, you're probably trying to force yourself mentally to be something that you want to be spiritually, but it's probably not what you really are. You know. Again, let me read the rest of these comments. Someone replied to the last comment and said, "He's a demon. I know. I know." Then here goes another comment. Well, he's not a demon. He is human. He probably knows how it feels to see a trailer and not being able to afford the movie. Let's be gentlemen and forgive him and be pleasant in the eyes of the Most High. Now, see, now let me read that again. He probably knows how it feels to see a trailer and not being able to afford the movie. So that's basically what he does now. He gives you trailers video and you got to pay for the video itself on another platform. That's just nuts. That's just crazy, man. And he has 40 over 40,000 subscribers. You telling me you're not getting paid off YouTube by now off of doing this like by itself? Like, come on, man. Like, and it's just like you're not doing nothing but what you're supposed to be doing, and you're pressing buttons and stuff on the keyboard to make these videos and whatnot. You really shouldn't be worried about getting paid nothing to begin again to begin with because you're doing something you're supposed to be called to do. I don't freaking get it. You always make me cuss. Like you always ain't saying a bad word. I don't freaking get it. Like you know. And or another person said, you don't really need to watch anymore. You know what the conclusion will be it all points to Obama. LOL. The Antichrist is more than just a man. That's where he has it wrong. Read your Bible. And then somebody said else that they agree. But these are more than just that little tiny snippet of where he's about to go on as far as comments towards him. He was just called a demon. Like, no, he was doing stuff. Like, and the cockiness and the brashness. And you're gonna see it. I mean, you're gonna hear it. I'm gonna let you hear it. And then I might do another video and let y'all see it so y'all can see the stuff that he's saying. But I just want y'all to hear this right now. This is crazy. He's a mess.
Amen. Well, I guess that puts me in good company because they said the same thing about Messiah. Matthew 10:25 declares, "It is enough free from trolls." Here, let me show you some of the disparaging things they say about this work. Notice one person even called me a demon. Well, I guess that puts me in good company because they said the same thing about Messiah. His household. Moreover, this book, by becoming members and subscribing to the website, that puts me in good company because they said the same thing about Messiah. Matthew 10:25 declares, "It is a
Now listen to this.
disparaging things they say about this work." Notice one person even called me a demon. Well, I guess that puts me in good company because they said the same thing about Messiah.
Now that's blasphemy. Let me tell you right now. What you see, he said one person called him a demon, right? And he said, I guess you can. I guess that keeps him in good company because that's the same thing they said about the Messiah. He said he guessed that keeps him in good company. That's the same thing he said about the Messiah. Let me tell you the difference, okay? They say Yeshua was a demon because he was doing things that could not be done by a regular human being because he wasn't just a regular human being, okay? So they said he has to have demons. He casts demons out in people and takes them out. Okay? So that's why they thought he was a demon and stuff because he was taking demons out of people. And they were saying and alleging that he was putting a demon into people and taking them out. You never did that ever in your life. You never took no demons out of no one. You never performed no type of miracles for nobody. You ain't never walked on nobody's water before. You ain't never turned nobody's water to wine before. You ain't never been beaten, hung on no cross and sacrificed before. You ain't never been stabbed in your ribs before. You ain't never had your knees broken with a sledge, a homemade stone sledgehammer. You ain't never been through none of that. So don't ever, I would advise, and fix your lips. I would advise, allegedly, to say, to compare yourself to someone who has been through a tremendous lot of stuff for you to be able to live. And not only before that, you have your creator that gave you a second chance, gave us a second chance, was about to just drown us and just gave us a second chance. After someone begged, please just give us a second chance. There's some of us that's good, just please. We should have been gone a long time ago. And then you sitting up here and you comparing yourself. Don't ever, please, sir, don't do that. That ain't cool. That's not cool, man. You never went through even a quarter of a fingernail of a toenail of a hair on the head of what Yeshua's been through. For you to sit there and say you're in good company. No, 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 no. You're not performing. Like I said, you're not, no, don't do that. Don't. That's crazy. You know? That's crazy. And you know, again, like I said, I never seen Yeshua, you want to say Jesus, I never seen neither one put a price or put a paywall behind needing something to know something. When Yeshua was out there preaching on the mountain, was talking to people out on the mountain and telling everyone, love your brother, love, and treat each other how you want to be treated and stuff like that. He didn't say, you want to hear the rest. Give me 2 sheep and a goat or something like that, and then meet me on the other side of the hill for the rest for more information. That ain't never happened. That never happened. God did not go to Moses and say, "There's something I need you to do." And Moses was like, "Well, this bush is talking to me. You know what, burning bush? What do you want me to do? To find out more, go to www.yahweh.com and pay $10.95 to subscribe to my channel, and then you'll find out what I need you to do. Do. That ain't happened. None of that never ever happened. Never. All right, it never happened. And then for you to like compare, man, this crazy. This man lost his daggone, he lost his mind.
Matthew 10:25 declares, "It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? Moreover, the scriptures tell us we should rejoice when this happens. Matthew 5:11 and 12 declares, Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you." So,
All right, so there you go.
exceeding glad, for great is your reward.
So he gonna read this chapter because he's of course he does what he does. So he likes to use scripture to either justify or identify or relate to something that he's talking to. Okay, so now this is what he used. Now it goes, "Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely, for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you." Okay, let's do this. Let's read this one more time. Okay, blessed are ye when men shall revile you. Hold on. Okay. Just looking for something. Okay, revile you and persecute you, and and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so they persecute for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Let me read again, so you tell I read. I ain't got no Floyd Mayweather, because I'm gonna break this down. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely. Now, what I'm saying isn't against you falsely. This is the truth. So let's get that clear. Nothing I'm saying is false. This is like coming from your video and what you're saying and how you're reacting and what you're doing. Okay. Now, if if I say something, how should I put this? If I'm stating something that is true and isn't false, then it's not against you falsely. So I don't know if you'd be blessed, because when and persecute, shall I say manner of evil. Well, this is not even manner of evil against you. It's people telling you like, look, you're charging now for something you said that our Lord and Savior sent you to do. You know that this is your calling, but all of a sudden now it costs $10, $9.99 plus tax or whatever, in order for you to do what you've been doing for years. And then you try to justify it by saying with the same thing, self-conscious, community did. They did the same thing. It's like the same rundown over and over and over and over again. And this guy, I mean, he actually really, I mean, Kijani, you actually really waited like some odd years, to really let the rest of the scam or the scheme, unfold the rest of the way out, because it's like now all of a sudden, you giving out so much work for years for free. Now, I should be charging. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. It do not work like that. It does not work like that. You do not get a calling from Lord above, and you expecting something in return. First of all, you should already know in your heart and in your mind that there's a reward in return. So you shouldn't even have to worry about that. You should be worried about the task at hand. All that comes on the back end, and you don't get nothing for it. You don't get nothing from nobody. You don't ask somebody for nothing. You don't you don't it's different when you say, if you want to give a donation and you have like a cash app or something. That's one thing. You're giving people a choice. You are actually stripping people away from what they supposed to be getting, and you putting it in this fence, in this box, on this wall where they got to pay in order for it to get unleashed. What if there's somebody right now dying, they need their soul saved, and there might be something in that information to change their heart and change their mind and change their spirit or the way they think, and then you charging them $10 to get that release? You should feel real good about yourself when you go to sleep at night. Really good. You rejoice and be exceeding glad, for the great is your reward in heaven. I don't know. Like, I don't want you to say, he's judging. It's cool and easy. See, this is the thing. This is another thing too. It's cool and easy to never show your face or nothing like that, and talk with a slow, cool, calm voice. Just like this. And when it comes to any situation, make it seem like you have it all under control. It's easy to do that. No, people want to hear who you are, and you know what I mean, and see who it is that's talking to them and everything like that. You playing mystery magic, and play all these little games, and then when it comes to things like this, so you can't put a face with nothing or whatever like that. I might have seen like 2 seconds of you on camera or something like that. One clip that's buried way down somewhere in your videos, way down below. Like, come on, man, cut it out, cut the crap out. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. And then the way that you justifying this is even worse, man. It's even worse.
in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. So don't get mad at these trolls. In fact, I look at this trolling as a teachable moment. Let's define what a troll actually is.
Yeah, what is a troll?
The first definition of a troll is an ugly creature depicted as either a giant or dwarf. The second definition of a troll is a person who posts inflammatory, insincere, digressive, extraneous, or off-topic messages in an online community with the intent of provoking readers into displaying emotional responses or
Right,
manipulating
right.
others' perception.
Okay.
This is typically for the troll's amusement or to achieve a specific result, such as disrupting a rival's online activities or manipulating a political process. Trolls find their origin in Norse mythology. These beings are described as dwelling in isolated areas of rocks, mountains, or caves, living together in small family units, and, get this, they are rarely helpful to human beings. Now that's funny, because
Now, and why would that be funny? That if that's the definition of a troll, or they're rarely useful to human beings and stuff like that. You sound like the cockiness that you've talked about before. This sounds almost like Lucifer kind of talking a little tiny bit. Saying they have no use for humans. That makes me laugh. It's funny that we talk about the like no, dude, what are you doing? What are you? Who are you? Who are you anymore, man? Who really are you? I mean, like your whole bravado, your whole aura, everything is just different, and it ain't. It's not different in a good way. It's different in a bad way, a very, very, very bad way. Now people are ugly creatures now because we're telling you about yourself. We're telling you that, hey, why are you charging people for something you supposed to be doing now when you've been giving it free for all these years? Like, there's a problem now. Why are you glamming up these videos so much? Why are you giving sneak peeks? Like, it's like what the comments said. Like it's a movie or something, and then you gotta pay to go to like. I don't. It don't make no sense. You don't need to be doing all that. You don't need to be. You don't need to be putting all the flashy stuff. Like I said, I don't know, man. You know. You know. I don't, but you do.
when I put the two definitions together, I get a picture in my head of lonely, ugly, useless individuals sitting in a dark, dank cave, staring into the faint, iridescent glow of their computer screen, furiously pegging away at their keyboards, leaving mean-spirited comments under videos like this one.
So basically, when he see that you leave a comment addressing something that he's doing that don't make no sense, or you trying to figure out, all he see you as is a ugly person who's useless, that's sitting in the dark and just tapping away at the keyboard like some like a like a bird picking pieces of bread off the ground. It's just nuts. This shit is crazy, man.
Wow, what a visual. Well, since trolls are giants, we know this is a reference to the Nephilim giants, the apostate, rebellious, unclean spirits of the fallen angels. I guess they didn't get the memo, but did I not say that our motto is Sic Semper Tyrannis, thus always
Six separate
times, and
terrain
like
it's just
the
like
beloved shepherd,
it's like their
he who
tag or
came
whatever, his little crew.
and
I'm gonna look.
slay
I'm gonna look
giants,
that up. We're gonna get back to that
feed
too.
their carcasses to the birds of the air and the beasts of the field. Not only that, but I am more than positive that these trolls are working for the king of the trolls, the devil
No,
himself.
okay, okay.
I don't know if you know it, but back in March of 2016, Obama read the book Where the Wild Things Are to children.
I read lots of books, and I always read the same book because it's one of my favorite books. Where the Wild Things Are. How many of you guys have read this before?
Serves to identify Obama as the beast or wild thing. So, when these trolls come to my videos and leave disparaging comments saying that they are unsubscribing because I now have a subscription-based, members-only website, remember, it is only being done to try to manipulate you, to turn you away.
Now, how is that to manipulate someone? Because we're telling you, why are you charging people? Why you start all this website stuff and all of a sudden now you got to pay to get certain content or information or whatnot, and you weren't doing that now we trolls and someone's trying to steer from the truth. Look, the truth is this: if you think this is me steering you from the truth of something that's real, this is what I'm going to say to you. Okay, this man has been doing this for 14 years plus. All right, he's never been charging no one a dime for nothing. Now, all of a sudden, miraculously, it costs you to learn about what it is you need to know to fight for your right to be free as a human being, as a person, and also to be able to keep your soul where it need to be, to keep it right with Yahweh, so you keep it right with God, so you can get and be in a better place, past this and beyond this. Now, get this on my eye. Now, there's something I want to say. I'm gonna wrap this up. Okay. Being displeased with something that someone knows that you're doing is wrong, then making a person feel guilty for speaking their opinion is manipulation within itself. All right? Time and time again, people have tried to express, near more or less, say what it is that's on their mind, respectfully, truthfully, and honestly. There are a lot of people who have taken this situation and have become narcissists, making people feel guilty for having the right to have an opinion or have a decision on topic or view, or what I mean, have um a different thinking method or process or feeling about certain topics or views or whatnot. Bragging about what you think you are is also bad as well, or what you think you know, because you may think that you know something, and Yahweh could turn the whole narrative around and it'd be something different. Then you would know nothing at all. You know, you are to do all the work, if not most of it, or what it is that you're required to do, Yahweh, and be humble and give thankfulness for being given the ability and being chosen, to do so. So when you do something for Yahweh, Yahweh say, "Look, listen, he say, if Yahweh say, J.Matthew, I need you to do this. I need you to talk about this. I need you to Spread this word. I'm not supposed to be sitting up here telling you that I can give you some of the information. If you want the rest of what Yahweh said, I'm sorry, y'all. I feel like there's something in my eye. If you want the rest of what Yahweh said, go to www dot this, that, and the third, and I give you the rest.com. Like, no, that it don't work that way. Like, these are choices that you make. These are choices that you make. You choose to start turn around flipping it and doing it this way. I don't know if it's like hard times and you might need bills to get paid or whatever, but there's certain ways you could do that, brother. Don't sit up here and try to like lie and con people and then make them feel bad for asking you something about it. Are you crazy?
From the truth that is being told here. The fact is, if they don't come for you to persecute you, it's because you don't matter and you're not making enough noise to even be noticed.
Enough noise. I'm talking about that too.
Obviously, I have piqued the devil's attention, and he's not liking the information being disseminated here. So, he and his trolls are making an effort to stifle it. But in all honesty, he knows that his time is short because God's judgment is coming, and it will come swiftly and miraculously upon the ungodly and the wicked. So you see, you control me all you want, but you will never control me. Praise Yah. Amen. Shalom.
Yeah, shalom, brother. And then advertise your website one more time. It costs $10 for you to join. Yeah, because you're really cool. Simple tyrants. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna break that down too. But in the meantime, everyone always prays that they will get the things that they want or need, but nobody ever prays that they will get the things that they deserve. And that's his quote at the end. But let me tell you something. That's a lie. Because every day I thank Yahweh. I said, thank you for what you give me and what you bless me with in my life, and thank you for what you don't give me and what you don't want in or don't bless me with in my life. I'm not mad either way. So cut that crap out. There are people who do that. Maybe you don't, because you got other things on your mind. But with all these quotes and all this other stuff being said, again, you made this whole 8 minute long video and went around the whole point of why people were saying what they were saying and reacting the way they were. You went from, spreading the word and doing what it is that Yahweh wanted you to do. Now all of a sudden it costs you money in order for you to do it. Or you got to have a certain amount of money to get a certain amount of information or get the information a certain way. And it's just crazy. It's just nuts. It takes more than just like a smooth, calm voice, just to, just to do what it is, do the work that needs to be done, and it's sad that money can make you all or make you just switch and flip around and be like the way you are now. It's just crazy. But I guess whatever. I'm pretty sure nobody probably watch this video. If you do, please let me see. If you do watch this video, please keep in mind what I'm saying, okay? And so I'm trying to find the right way to say it. Be mindful of what's going on around you, and be mindful of this guy here because he gets good information, but he's turning into something else, and it's getting really weird. It's getting really, really weird. But make sure you log in, like, share, subscribe, or make sure you just like, share, subscribe to the video. You're already logged in, of course. Put your comments below and let me know what you think is going on with this whole situation with this Kijaniamariak guy. You went from free information. Well, not even so much, not even about it being free. He went from delivering the message of God, with no problems, to all of a sudden now there's like financial situation going on where people can't even, watch the video anymore. So holla at me. Let me know what you think. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping a new video for you to see. I'm out. Y'all protect each other. Be safe. Thank the Lord for the new day. Amen.